One of the most interesting topics we learned about in accounting information systems this year was the different types of computer crimes. Information on computer crimes are drawn from Computer Security Institute annual surveys, KPMG surveys, and Association of Certified Fraud Examiner surveys. A computer crime is defined as a criminal activity that involves computers, including dishonestly obtaining money, property, or something of value, or causing a loss for someone. Other forms of computer crime include stealing identities and/or harassing individuals. Also relating to accounting more, there is fraudulent financial reporting and misappropriation of assets. Fraudulent financial reporting is when you intentionally falsify accounting records with the malicious intent to mislead analysts, creditors, and/or investors. Misappropriation of assets is when an employee within an organization misuses the company's assets. Examples of asset misappropriation, larceny skimming frauds include direct theft or removal from bank deposits, non-reporting or underreporting of sales, write-offs of legitimate receivables as bad debts, and many more. Examples of asset misappropriation, fraudulent disbursement frauds include payments to ghost companies or employees, payments for fictitious goods or services, multiple payments for the same bill, forged checks, altered payee on a legitimate check, false refunds, and many more as well. Lastly, examples of asset misappropriation, misuse, larceny frauds include the use of corporate limousine or jet for personal travel or use, theft of raw materials or finished goods, fictitious inventory adjustments, and non-reporting or underreporting of received goods. Other examples of computer crimes include deliberately and knowingly infecting a campus network with a virus, shattering a screen of a work computer, withholding damaging information to improve your creditworthiness or credit rating, and changing a program that calculates dividends paid to shareholders so that the dividends of selected shareholders were reduced and the remaining dividends were paid to an account owned by the malicious programmer. But a growing type of computer crimes is computer hacking. Typical approaches for computer hackers include denial of service, computer worms, Trojan horse programs, malware, boot sector viruses, and logic bombs. To avoid such problems, encryption protection is recommended, and the use of ethical hackers for intrusion and penetration testing is used, which is an authorized simulated attack to evaluate the security of a system. This test will identify any weaknesses and vulnerabilities within the system. The last form of computer crime I am going to discuss today is identity theft, which includes shoulder surfing, which is watching from a nearby location as someone punches in their debit or credit card info, or could be over-listening in on a conversation in which someone gives out their info to like a professional company or something. Dumpster diving is going through garbage to obtain copies of people's checks, credit card or bank statements, and other records with personal information for malicious use. Application for pre-approved credit cards is when someone's mail is delivered to a place where others have access to it, and criminals intercept and or redirect the mail to another location, which is then used in a malicious manner. Criminals can also install a key logging software in public universities, libraries, computer labs, and many more places, and these software obtain people's personal data such as their passwords, banking info. Lastly, criminals can send out spam and other emails that request identifying data with promises of some benefit. But then criminals use this information to apply for loans, credit cards, and complete fraudulent withdrawals from bank accounts. Sadly, there is a limited availability of data because private companies handle abuse internally, so most computer abuse isn't even discovered. And a major issue is that computer crime is growing fast due to exponential growth in the use of computer resources, continuing lack of security, and availability of information on how to perpetrate computer crimes. Luckily, there are many federal and state regulations regarding computer crime. Every state has a computer crime law, and the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act of 1986, which was amended in 1994 and 1996, states provisions. Some of these provisions, in which include the fraudulent acts, include unauthorized theft, use, access, modifying, copying, or destruction of software or data, theft of money by altering computer records, or the theft of computer time. Intent to legally obtain information or tangible property through the use of computers, use or the conspiracy to use of computer resources to commit a felony, theft, vandalism, destruction of computer hardware, trafficking in passwords or other logging info for accessing a computer, and extortion that uses a computer system as a target. Clearly there are many types of computer crimes out there, but also there are many ways to stop them as well.